Hi. Dandy's World recently got a Christmas update. In the middle of Jan, so I'll be talking about which characters I'd beat the shit out of. Here are the rules. Every fight is 1v1, characters are sized proportional to humans, and it's a fist fight, but toons can use their abilities. With that out of the way, let's start with the toons that are absolutely dead. There's no way to put this lightly. Poppy is going to die. Brutally. Poppy is a bubble, so this fight will last about 5 seconds, with her last words being, "Oh no!" Looey has the same exact problems as Poppy because he's a balloon. If I so much as poke this guy just a little too hard, he's gonna explode into a million pieces. He's also really ugly, so I want to kill him even more. You're fucking sick for making me fight a child, but I'm still gonna bash her head in. Oh, it's not fair, you're beating a child up. Well, life isn't fair. You gotta teach these kids young by beating them up. If Mr. Squid Game himself was like,
"You'll get 45.6 billion won to dropkick this child,"
I'm stopping him at 4 and dropkicking the child. I mean, she has a stat boost ability, but the best that's gonna do is delay her getting beat the fuck up. It's a miracle that Ginger can even function, considering she has an entire bite taken out of her head.
Was that the bite of it?
If I fight her, I'm just gonna finish the job and bite her head off. I already know what you're thinking.
Oh, but Dandy's so scary! They twisted!
But I'm just talking about the toons here. Dandy is a little fucking bitch. I can't count the amount of times Dandy has tried to sell a health kit on floor 2 and then never drop a healing item ever again. I'm going to rip off his petals one by one and leave the green one for last, so he looks like a little baby wearing a bib, and then I'm gonna stomp his head in. I doubt Cosmo could last in a fight because he's extremely edible. He's also soft enough to be able to rip off pieces of his own head to heal others, so I doubt he could take that many hits.
This here down doesn't look like much of a threat to me. He's just a little fishbowl. I'm gonna push him over and he's gonna shatter into little bitty pieces.
Glisten has 0 aura, like, he's trying too hard. What's the point of trying to slay when you look like a boss baby? This dude's teleport is completely and utterly worthless in a 1v1 against me, cause if he teleports onto me, I'm breaking his dumb little mirror face. This dude's not gonna pull a Metaton and start beating my head in with his legs either. He's completely worthless. I don't really know what Tisha can do, cause her ability only helps others. So if she hits me with her feather duster, it's just gonna speed me up and I'm gonna kill her even faster. Brightney is a lamp, so she could have potential to blind me, but to do that she'd have to lean forward, and if I push her over hard enough, the light bulb inside of her head is just gonna shatter. And I don't know if that's her brain and she's gonna get lobotomized or what, but that's probably gonna hurt. Bobette never stood much of a chance. She's a Christmas ornament, and those things shatter when they drop like an inch from the floor. Even if she goes to hide inside her protective present, I'll just wait outside so I can thrash her ass when she exits it. I could also just shake and throw the package around like an Amazon delivery driver so she dies inside of it.
How'd you do that?
Those were the toons that are 100% dying. If you have a problem with any of these, let's move on to the next tier. I called it Little Bitch. What this basically means is, the toons have a chance to fight back, but they're still gonna get beat up.
Tiger.
You know what they say, 2 heads are brighter than 1. But whatever dumbass created this saying clearly didn't think of 2 people controlling the same exact fucking body. Even though they don't fight with each other, I think if someone is trying to beat their head in, they're gonna have 2 very different ideas of how to handle the situation, and they'll either have a panic attack or a heart attack.
Tiger.
It's a shame that Boxten is such a timid little bitch because he has serious potential. Since he's a music box, his headbutt game could be really strong, but I doubt this guy has the balls to headbutt anybody, so this is the highest he'll go.
Tiger.
Even though Connie's a ghost, she can still get damage in the game, so I'm assuming she can throw hands. Her ability lets her disappear, which might be useful in the fight, but in the end, she's just gonna get slapped up. Even though her Twisted can possess stuff like a traditional ghost, her toon version can't, so I don't care.
Tiger.
Pebble is genuinely all bark and no bite. He's such a tiny little dog, his breed might be like a Chihuahua or Rock. I could punt Pebble really, really hard. His legs are also so short that I think if I flip him on his back, he won't be able to do anything, similar to a turtle.
Tiger.
Cole is just Pebble, but really, really fat. This may be easier or harder depending on how you look at it, but at least I can't flip her over on her back. Someone needs to look into what Bobette fed her dog, because this is like the evil version of Krabby Patties, where instead of going to your thighs, it goes right to her fucking forehead. I'm just gonna punt this dog the same as Pebble.
Tiger.
Scraps having claws and being a cat may seem like a problem at first, but she's made of paper, and if she even dares of thinking of using her tail to try and attack me, I'm gonna grab that thing and go,
Tiger.
V talks a lot of game for someone whose screen can be shattered so easily. Gamers break TVs all the time out of pure rage, and I find V really, really annoying, so if she tries to utter even a single word during our fight, I'm just gonna get so pissed off that I punch right through her screen. And if she even dares to think of using her microphone to try and strangle me or attack me, I'm just gonna grab it and go,
Tiger.
Sprout actually has two things going for him. One, that he can see other people's health, but he might be able to sense when he's got a good hit in. And two, he has freakishly long arms. However, Sprout has two things going against him as well. One, he's really, really ugly, so I want to kill him. And two, he's a strawberry, so if I just punch through his face, he's gonna splatter everywhere.
Tiger.
Gigi actually has a pretty decent chance compared to other toons due to her ability. If she gets lucky, she can gamble something like a jumper cable and attack me with it. But if she gets unlucky, well, she's kinda fucked. Her punches are gonna feel like she's hitting me with a pillow because she's rocking her sweater like number 3.
Tiger.
Teagen's ability to fight really depends on the temperature of her tea. If it's really hot, she can scald me, and if it isn't, well, she's made of ceramic, so she's not gonna be really hard to beat. She has extra survivability because she can drink her own tea, but other than that, she's kinda doomed.
Tiger.
Astro has so much going for him. It's heavily implied he has 4 arms. He has a lot of stamina regen, which means he could last longer in a fight. He has little magic Astro powers when he's doing a machine or uses his ability, and he can control the dreams of anyone he wants. But the only problem is that he's a little bitch. He gets pushed around by every single toon in the elevator, and even gets pressed by a dog. Astro could definitely beat up everyone that he wanted to, but he doesn't have the heart to do it. He'll probably try to pull a Steven universe and talk things out, but I'm just gonna make him bite the curb. And for that, I'm gonna do him a favor and put him at the top of Little Bitch. So those were all of the little bitches that are definitely losing a fight against me. Now, we're gonna look at some toons that could actually probably throw down. Tier 3 is called Has Hands, because these toons could probably throw hands and might actually win. However, none of these guys are going to kill me, because the toons that are in a different tier because they're just built different. Rudie is literally just a reindeer, a red-nosed reindeer, but his ability is a charge that is extremely sudden, and I think if those horns entered my body at the speed that he's going, he would break a few bones and puncture a few organs. However, I doubt this guy could actually throw hands, or hooves rather, so I'm gonna put him at the bottom of Has Hands. 2 words. Dad strength. Rodger seems on the older side, and Toodles looks up to him as a father figure, even though he's not actually her father. But still, if this dude has lived this long as a magnifying glass as a detective, he probably knows how to fight. Imagine trying to throw hands with someone that can fly. Flutter's ability to fly, coupled with the fact that she can dash while she's flying, makes her pretty hard to beat. Even though Flutter doesn't have arms, this means that she probably kicks like a horse. If this bitch can fly while breaking my bones, I think I'm just gonna give up. So that was the Has Hands tier. I think I could escape these fights with moderate-ish injuries, but the next tier is filled with toons that are going to kill me. I called it Skull Splitters. Unlike Boxten, I think Shelly would actually utilize her headbutts because she's a fossil. She would hurt like hell because she's basically just bashing your head in with a rock. Even if she couldn't headbutt me because it hurt her too much, she could ambush me really easily because almost every toon in the game forgets that she even exists and that she's even near them. If I'm in the middle of fighting Shelly and I forget that she's even there, she's gonna beat me so badly that I become a fossil.
I hate you.
Shrimpo is completely fucking insane, and I think he'll rip my head off. When you go into his toon room, you can see that he's knocked literally everything possible over, and he's also punched holes in the walls everywhere, even though he has 3 punching bags. This guy is so erratic that there's no doubt in my mind, if I got into a fight with him, he would rip all of my limbs off and then piss on my body and light it on fire. This matchup is completely unfair. Goob has giant ass hands that he can use at a range because he can extend his arms. He could punch me, snap my neck, wrap his arms around me and break every single bone in my body, or start slamming me on the floor like he's playing with a doll, and he would think nothing of it. I would become Goob's bitch. My corpse would be completely unrecognizable because his hands would go right through my face and he would rip my arms off and start playing the drums on my skull. So those were the skull splitters, as well as every single toon in the game. Just remember, my opinion is 100% factually correct and unbiased. Oh, and also, brown buttercorn would kill everyone.